right, welcome to another time on GDP, Governance, Development and People, a program dedicated to analyze government policies, how it can bring about development and how development in turn affects the people, and of course, how the people react to government policies. My name is TWITWI, AYENOWOWON. Thank you for joining us today on GDP on citizen gubernatorial election that happened on Saturday. If you recall, the People's Democratic Party has rejected the result of the election announced by INEC on Sunday. INEC announced the candidate of the All Progressive Congress as the winner of the July 14th election. We shall speak with our correspondents who were in Ekiti, and they shall give us more information about that as we shall talk about what we as a people learn from Ekiti. And also on the program today, we shall also look at the politics in Benue State. Yes, the governor of Benue on Monday tweeted that he has been issued a red card by the All Progressive Congress, and it is now time for him to move on as he's prepared to join another football club, referring to another political party as a football club. Indeed, Secretary to Benue State Government to join us on the program, and we shall bring to you development and events happening in the state. And also, we shall have Mr. Martins Moringa, who shall also join us from Makurdi, the Benue State capital. And later on in the program, we shall look at the Saga, certificate Saga. Of course, our finance minister, Kemi Adeosun, does she has a NYC certificate? What are the issues? Why has she been silent all this while? What are the possible things that could happen if it's really true that she forged a certificate? These are the things we shall be looking at on the program today. Thank you very much for spending your time to be with us. Remember, you can see this on our YouTube page at CIN Nigeria, and of course on our website www.cinnigeria.com/live. And do not forget also that you can just monitor us on Twitter at CIN Nigeria, and on Facebook CIN Nigeria, and Instagram at CIN Nigeria. On Instagram, I'm TWITWI Post, and on Twitter, I'm TWITWI, TWITWIYARN. All right, so we'll just go for a quick break, and when we return from this break, we shall have joining me on the program correspondents who were in Ekiti to report on the election, and as we shall discuss on, of course, the lessons learned from Ekiti. And also I'll have Barrister Adeosun to join me on the program. So just stay with us. We'll be right back after this break. Back now, still Citizen Information Network and the program GDP, Governance, Development and People. So as you've just seen, we have so many other programs on our network. We have the Street Assembly, which is popularly known as TSA. On the Street Assembly, what we do is we go to the streets to sample the opinion of Nigerians on national issues as reported on pages of newspapers. Say we don't get the National Assembly, we get state houses of assembly, and the Street Assembly, now the assembly for the people on the streets, we really get Nigeria. So that now the Street Assembly. Now, back to what we have on the program today, governance, development, and people. Of course, the first topic we shall be looking at is lessons learned from Ekiti. Recall that before the July 14th election, people don't talk widely spread, say, Ekiti go dey violent, Ekiti go hot, especially with the deployment of 30,000 policemen to Ekiti State. It make people, they say, wetin won't really happen for Ekiti. Some people don't run out of Ekiti, but at the end of the day, as we do now, wetin we experience, we say, the election don't come, you don't go, no violence, nothing. And in fact, most people who did on the day of the election say Ekiti State They very peaceful throughout the election, and even till now, it's still dey very peaceful. So we wan look at the things wey we need to learn from Ekiti. If Nigeria election go fit be like Ekiti own. All right, now we get one of our correspondents wey dey Ekiti see everything now on the election, and he get to talk to us now on lessons wey we learn from Ekiti State. Hello, Ikechukwu. Yeah, good afternoon, Ikechukwu. How are you doing today?
Very fine, thank you.
Welcome back from Ekiti.
Thank you very much.
Well, you know this talk like this without shopping, you know.
It was an experience, I say.
Of course, truly experience for everyone and even everybody for Nigeria. So we really want to look at lessons learned from Ekiti now. But just to give the highlight now, we know some of the plenty dramas will happen for Ekiti. How it was reported that NBC shut down the state media because they announced a result different from that of INEC. They go announce results when INEC never announced at all. And people go all be expecting that kind of thing supposed to lead to crisis, riots, and chaos everywhere. But the people of Ekiti still maintain peace, maintain calm. And even despite the fact say the People's Democratic Party don't come out to say they reject the result, APC, they completely peaceful. What do you think say they're responsible for all this?
Basically, from what I have observed and gathered so far for Ekiti, I think our people never really come out to understand the fact that their hand and power day. Especially when it has to be said that they sell their vote.
Okay.
Although not the selling per se, not to say people really vote based on who buy. What I'm trying to say is, for example, Party A give you money, not mean say you vote for Party A. But if you say they even collect the money at all, really should say our people never grow reach that level where we supposed to be as international standard. Because one of the major reasons why we observe status say the election all meet international standards are based on this vote buying and vote selling. That's one major thing where I observe. And unless we're supposed to learn from this fact is for 2018, Nigerians still they vote based on they still collect money to vote. Yeah. They still collect money to vote. That's one major lesson. And a very bitter one anyway. I wish we could learn from them and stop them.
Now, talk about this money where people still they collect to vote. INEC don't come out say the political parties they're very smart, so they look for ways to buy people vote. You think say INEC really do everything within their power to monitor this system, at least if it prevents the vote buying from happening?
No, INEC that part of the election not really the INEC problem. Because INEC now to make sure they conduct themselves, come out, and make people come vote within the law where they guide them. So, first politician who buy vote, after all, INEC not go the monitor every politician where they go. And INEC not getting right to tell people say not go here, not go there, politicians stay there. No. So INEC, and that not the INEC problem per se, but INEC get the power to investigate them. You understand?
Yes.
They get the power to investigate them. So, if there's any punishment, they feel level against any party who they involve, they will do them. If they discover any party really do those things according to how people take complaint and waiting people see. The people who really get the position to really educate Nigerians to stop to sell their votes now, one majorly now National Orientation Agency.
Okay.
And that agency, to me, they sleep. That agency, to me, has sleep as we speak. They never really do their work as they're supposed to. Because waiting to make people sell their votes now based on what they know. And the fact that people see this level means that those who are supposed to teach them, never teach them rich enough as they're supposed to teach them. So, both selling and buying not really get to do with INEC per se. Not get to do with, to me, not get to do with INEC per se.
Oh, okay. Now, maybe we talk about the PDP position. What do you think about the PDP position rejecting the results announced by INEC? Because according to the National Secretary for PDP, in fact, PDP, the National Public Secretary, Kola Ologbodiyo, he don't comment, and the PDP has described the election as electoral banditry. They say the result where INEC announced is completely different from the result where their agents then gather from the different polling units.
And now two arguments they forget. The first argument now say what they call Keti Black, from waiting I observe. Because PDP said very guilty for the vote buying. You understand? Now because they lose now they come they shout say this and that. They were also guilty in the act of vote buying. But on the part of result where INEC announced, remember that they talk about say not be really money when politicians give voters. Now really not voters not vote based on who give them money. You understand? Me, for my thinking, they not really vote based on who give them money. Not based on not vote like that, but not be all of them vote based on who give them money. You get it?
Yeah.
So the result will come outside from the different polling units. One person has two different arguments. That one, PDP argue that one differently, but maybe not tie them to the money thing. Because them say give money.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Them say give money to vote. So what he really feels, see, he gives the winning party the edge. If truly the result now by the way INEC announced
Yes.
now say that salary factor we the sitting governor they owe. Now big fear for people to say. Now big fear on the people, and they can't decide say if they continue like this, vote this man candidate again, the salary owing should continue. You understand?
Yeah.
And so they didn't want a situation whereby the PDP government will come back to power, which may create a chance for continuous owing of salary. That, I believe, was one of the reasons why they generally voted against PDP.
And maybe not forget, of course, that reason, one of the things where the NLC chairman give also, say be one of the factors wey make them vote against Fayemi for 2014. But now,
you say that time, so you owe 2 months salary that time.
Yes, you owe them salary that time. But now, away from that now, people they also talk say wetin this election means that APC, the All Progressive Congress, is still very popular in Ekiti State, and that way some people dey of the opinion say come 2019 presidential election APC go get an edge. You think say wetin happen for Ekiti na for issue of party or person or personality?
No, come again. I just say wetin.
Yeah, some people dey of the opinion now say wetin this Ekiti election show say the people of Ekiti State like the All Progressive Congress. So people dey of the opinion say come 2019 the All Progressive Congress go stand a better chance to win at the presidential level. You think say wetin happen for Ekiti na about political party abi na personality dem vote for? Hello, Ikechukwu. All right, we'll try to reconnect with Ikechukwu again. Remember, say the program na GDP, Governance, Development and People, and what we dey look at for this first phase of the program na the lessons from Ekiti. As a matter of truth, not forget, say the All Progressive Congress win the election by a very a wide margin as announced by INEC. And one interesting thing again about this particular election, now the fact that over 35 political parties now get candidates, and these political parties then, in fact, they get very small results then. The party will get a result with the summer close, where the highest result apart from APC and PDP, PDC will get 1,242, and that's a very poor result. Why the PDP gets 178,121 votes. The APC gets 177,459 votes, as announced by INEC. So that one really shows for Nigeria, other political parties never did that relevant. And can they make person ask the question, say, what are they responsible for this? You not forget, say, if you join us on the program too, phone number where you fit join us will show on the screen. Remember again, say one of the big questions we say that APC win for Ekiti State really means say APC, the Ekiti people love them, or Ekiti people vote for personality. If you join the conversation, tweet at CIN Nigeria, at for Instagram CIN Nigeria too, and Facebook CIN Nigeria, and of course you can watch us live for Twitter for YouTube at CIN Nigeria, and for our website www.cinnigeria.com/live. So okay, we dey try to connect with Barrister Adeosun Hassan. We will help us look into this whole discussion too about the lessons from Ekiti. Then importantly, not forget, you self join the conversation. Let us know now popularity personality they vote for Ekiti or they vote for the All Progressive Congress. And what did this mean for us come 2019? Okay, we still dey try to reach Barrister Adeosun Hassan. We go join us on the program to help us look at all of these issues together on the program today. My name is TWITWI, one thing again we'll draw out of this Ekiti is the fact that the governor come out yesterday, since after the election, only yesterday the governor stepped out and he go visit the AWI of Ekiti, and he gets some complaints to where he talks, say they withdraw all the, in fact, at first, say they take security to surround the old government house, delaying why for like 45 minutes before if you enter government house, and the security then, as they do now, they don't rob or sack the government house. In fact, he don't know what they want from them again after they don't win the election. That is after APC don't win the election. If they report today, we say they want in life. Then when we come, they ask the question: we need really day for that, or maybe government do that because of the report say the governor announced results using the state media way different from what INEC announced. Maybe the government put them for that place, send security go so that chaos no go there. Now we get a Barrister Adeosun. Okay, Ikechukwu don't join us back on the line now. Hello, Ikechukwu.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so before that disconnect may happen, and they say some people do have the opinion say the election for Ekiti, the people vote for political party, while other people say na personality they vote for. Those where they argue say na political party, their argument they say it shows say the All Progressive Congress still dey very popular despite wetin some people think about them for Nigeria, and that come 2019 go give them an edge again. Well, what do you think from what you see for Ekiti?
First of all, my own thinking, for based on what I observed, now say people vote for personality, not the political party.
Okay.
Yeah, because people get preference for the candidate, not be the party where the candidate is, based on where they take vote. Another thing is the candidate now that sentimental attachment people don't get, now they take vote. So APC, this one not going to do with whether APC or PDP. APC not is unpopular for anything to me, okay. Because people don't tire for the trend where Fayoshe they follow, that salary thing. So they just needed to change it. So if Fayoshe was actually probably paying them salary as at when due,
yeah.
If party win this election, probably his party would have won the election. So the major factor we play out for this election, not to say whether APC or PDP, no. Now that salary team majorly, and players.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Ikechukwu. If we need to come back to you again, we'll get to you. Thank you very much. All right. Still on the Ekiti election and the lessons learned, we still try to reach Barrister Adeosun Hassan. As soon as we get to him, we'll just go help us analyze all of this, and then we'll at least get to understand the whole issue better. But not forget, say, Benue State, the odds presently for some months, for some years, speculation don dey go on say the governor go leave the All Progressive Congress. And the governor don talk several times, say him dey with the All Progressive Congress. And he never talk on any public function against the president, and he always believe in the party. But shockingly on Monday, we see a tweet from the governor and even from his chief press secretary to say the party APC don't give am red card, so him go look for another political party to join, and he refer to the political party as a football club. That na the tweet you get on your screen now. I've been given a red card by my party. I don't know what will happen next, but I'm waiting. If others approach me, then I will tell the Benue people that I'm joining another football club. Now, before the broadcast, before this live broadcast now, I reached out to some journalists for Benue State, and they confirmed to me, say, the governor did for Kwara State, as at that time, about 4 o'clock, he paid a visit to Bukola Saraki. And of course, we know the position of Bukola Saraki and other members of the RUAPC, where they don't sign MOU with the PDP and other political parties when come. So maybe the governor will soon announce where he won't go. Only with time we will know. We'll try to get his chief press secretary in person of Tava Akasi to join us all the way from Benue and explain what they go on from Benue to us, because the All Progressive Congress don't talk, say they not give the governor any red card, and they even invite a meeting yesterday to meet with the governor and the Senator George Akume of Benue State for Abuja, but the governor, His Excellency Samuel Otom, asked that may them move the meeting to today. But today now, we never know if the meeting will hold or not. But before we do all of this now, maybe we just go for a quick break. And when we come back from the break, then we'll try to link up with Benue and bring all the gist with you. Now, Citizen Information Network with this. All right, welcome back. Still 951 was still Citizen Information Network, and of course this na GDP. Okay, if you want to what happened there, you know, say yes. Now we get the chief press secretary, the Benue State governor on the line, and they join us live on the program GDP on Citizen Information Network. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, I can hear you well. This is hello, good evening.
Yes, sir, good evening. How are you doing, sir? How today?
The voice is not very clear. I can't hear well.
I think I will try to reconnect with the chief press secretary. Hello, sir.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Go ahead, sir.
All right. Yeah, thank you for joining us on the program, sir.
Okay. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. On Monday, we saw the surprise. First, it was on the Twitter handle of His Excellency Dr. Samuel Otom. He tweeted to say his party has given him a red card.
I can't hear that. I can't hear you well at all.
All right. I think we'll need to reconnect with Honorable Seva Akasi now. They find it difficult to hear us, maybe the network. By the time we try to get him back online, then we'll bring all the discussion to you. Because interestingly, 2019 they come, and the way it be now, Benue State, now a state in north central Nigeria, All Progressive Congress, Of course, Kogi State All Progressive Congress, Kwara State All Progressive Congress, you get Plateau State also All Progressive Congress, and when you talk of Nasarawa to All Progressive Congress, but now, like the table won't change, where we can get something different, because especially with the announcement by His Excellency Dr. Samuel Otom. So that now one of the things, but we never forget, before this report don't get the relationship between the governor and Senator George Akume not really did that smooth. Hence for the decision. Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, now this is TWITWI on the line again, sir.
Okay.
Yes. So, sir, on the tweet by His Excellency Dr. Samuel Otom, he announced on Monday that he might be joining a different another political party, that the All Progressive Congress has issued him a red card. I read the tweet.
The line.
Sir? Hello, sir. Oh, okay. I guess the network is really terrible. It's something, we did here for Lagos now, where they try to connect with Benue. So we'll travel how many states before we reach Benue. But don't forget, say you self join the conversation. Call us for the numbers where they show on your screen. 080, of course, 591 88858. Okay, that's now the number to take reach us on the program. Anywhere you did the watch us, you get something to add to the discussion so far. Now, why would they try to reconnect with the Chief Press Secretary to Benue State Government? May we not forget another big issue where they look at now the certificate saga. NYC, no NYC. But that will be after all of this. Not just forget, say, the program now GDP, governance, development, and people. Governance, development, and people. And a program where we look at government policies as they bring about development and how the development in turn they affect the people. Okay? Of course, on Citizen Information Network. Why my name is TWITWI, AYENOWOWON. So, now, still on Benue, because one of the things where the governors talk, they say, he no go fit undo the law we don't make life better for people, and that now the anti-open grazing bill for Benue State, law for Benue State, yes, now law, where they pass to allow for ranching and criminalize, make an offense for people to graze openly, to carry their cattle openly up and down. And according to the state governments, these don't really help in so many ways to reduce the attack and all the crises where they go on for Benue State. So we will find out from the Chief Press Secretary if the anti-open grazing law, now one of the things will really cause disagreements for the party for Benue State, why the governor don't make up his mind to leave. According to the governor, he said they show him red card, but the chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Oshomole, all right, sir. Hello, sir. Comrade Adam Oshomole don't come out to talk, say they not give the governors Otom red card at all. Instead, as a matter of fact, Governor Otom don't tell him several times, say he no go leave the party, except if the party pursue him. So if the party not pursue him, Otom, he no go come out from the APC. But one go wonder, what will make the party pursue a sitting governor when they know the advantage and the value this go add to the popularity of the party come 2019. Okay, so this issue really did key to us on GDP, because from the governor angle, all this drama now about the law. And there's no way if you get development for any place when you not get security. And security in a government policy, they bring about security. That's now why this particular issue they key to us on GDP, because it's about government policy, about development, and about the people. So, in as much as the government of Benue State believes, say, that law, which is a policy by the state government, will bring about development because it will make security there, and then people will feel, with time, people will go back to their farm, then will be peaceful, and all the people, lives and property will be secured. So this is a very serious issue, because as reported, herdsmen don't kill about 5,000 people recently, and that not be small. With killings for Benue State, for Taraba State, and for Plateau, and even Nasarawa State. So, and some parts of Ondo State, Kogi, even Edo State, and the rest. Now, we still try to connect with the Chief Press Secretary. As soon as we get him on the line, we'll definitely bring him to you. Now, move on to the other topic, the other issue we want to talk about, which is on the certificate saga. Not forget, ladies and gentlemen, say the report first come out, as Saga reporter put on, say the Honorable Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, forged NYC certificate. They say he not get certificate, he not serve at all. And how this still be important? This is a very big issue, because forgery is a crime for this country. And for some time now, the people they expect the Honorable Minister to speak out, but he never speak out. He never say anything at all. And now this organization, budget, we they all about to analyze budget and even track budget implementation and all the rest. Don't come out again. Say it dey quite funny how the minister decide to dey silent. Wetin dey happen? Is it that a case of say the minister not really know the implication of her silence, or she agree say true she forged, or she dey try to cover up? Now, a former civil servant, well known on Twitter, Dr. Joe Abba, tweeted recently to analyze some of the processes wey go dey involved, because before the NSC go fit decide, NYSC, they will definitely go through all their archive, find every information to see if true in do NYC, or he gets truly exemption letter, or na something wey dem forge. And now, if na a case of say true she do am, she not forge, NYC go wan release official statement, and of course release proof and evidence say true she not forge, she not commit the crime wey they allege of. But again, if e possible say NYC do their findings and discover say the allegation dey right, NYC no go fit come out directly to talk. NYC go first wan meet with oga for government, do meeting, because that matter big pass the amount for the NYC direct DG. But then again, no not forget say the NYC oga na military man, so he dey expected to say no go fear anybody, no fear anybody to carry out im job. But then again, the Ministry of Interior, na the former general the header, and our president are former general, so generals through the government. So once a general lose a general, maybe that one sef fit really make people wey supposed to talk not talk. But the big thing is that Kemi Adeosun dey take the Nigerian people for granted, or Nigerians just dey make issue out of nothing. Wetin you think? You fit join us for the program, call in, let us know wetin you think about this Kemi Adeosun certificate saga. Noise or not a relevant issue, or a very big issue? Wetin e mean to you? Because every Nigerian from different part of the world gets different meaning and interpretation and how they see the issue. Why some Nigerians dey of the opinion say no, not be this one really be important thing to us, na killings, economy. But then again, some people dey ask, if your finance minister fit forge certificate, that is if na true, because na allegation as it is now. If na true, say e happen, say na true, then na big issue, because person wey fit forge not want to occupy any office, and the person need to serve in term for prison if the person dey found guilty. So na big issue, because you no go fit trust person with your money. Person wey dey say forge something, how can you trust that person with your money? So that one na big issue, and that na the need for everybody to clear the air. But some Nigerians feel like say abeg you, this na distraction again, Joe. They want me to forget really the main issues to us, wey dey important to us. But I don't know what you think. You fit just tell us what you think, and that will be after this break. Remember the 4 numbers dey on the screen wey you fit take call us. And not forget, I will still try to reach our guest again, as we go still try to reach Barrister Adeosun Hassan. My name na TWITWI AYENOWOWON, and this na GDP on Citizen Information Network. Welcome back now. Still 951 was over. Okay, man. Today, not today. Okay, that now the radio station where they work Wazobia FM. Every Saturday morning, you fit join me on the program 95.1. Now be the dial. If you dey within Lagos, and if you dey outside Lagos or outside Nigeria, you fit join us online for www.wazobiafm.com/Lagos 951. Every Saturday morning from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the day on Wazobia FM live for the program called Saturday Flanger with my co-anchors Uwe Smith, Church Smith and Uwe Igamosa. I just messed up their name now. And of course, it is Ikeshuku, and of course, Dami and even Momo. But here, now Citizen Information Network. And of course, the program now GDP. Now, Matt works quickly read them out as reported by Vanguard. You know where budget they tell Kemi Adeosun say resign, you know, or renounce the alleged NYC certificate fraud, because for how long now where this thing don't come up, you know, go fit just keep Nigeria smooth and act like nothing they go on. Because budget say specifically, Mrs. Adeosun posed a great risk to the Treasury with alleged unauthentic documents which she has used to function as Ogun State Commissioner of Finance and Minister of Finance. Because now a very big issue. For one investigation reported by Premium Times, they accused Adeosun of skipping the compulsory one-year National Youth Service and presenting forged exemption certificate to National Assembly. Forged. That means she forged her exemption letter. You know, say NYC say if you never pass the age of 30, they compulsory for you to serve the country. Now wait till NYC day for that, because you need this service if you be graduate to take hold some political office. Then again, as a matter of truth, if you never reach and you want to exempt yourself, you go right to NYC, state reason why you want to exempt yourself from service, then they'll give you exemption letter. But one big thing, one interesting thing so far with all this discussion we need to look at. It don't reach when we change some things for our law, because waiting really dey funny to me. We say it dey funny how to become a president for this country, they say you need O-level certificate. And you know, so you don't feel serve NYC with O-level. So how come with O-level if you become president? But then again, when you be graduate, you must serve NYC or you get exemption letter. So, does this really make Adeosun incompetent? If she self knows say she not serve, why she go on forge certificate? You know, she really forged this certificate. If she not forge am, why she keep quiet? Why she not even talk? Why she not address the press? Are these some things they go on for background to cover up the issue? All of this, only time will tell. But you self, you have your say on the program. You know, because some of us will go serve, everybody serve, it is very interesting. But then again, we know so some people do when they don't get some kind of job and they post them far away from the place where they serve. Some go say, oh, they're not going to leave their job to go serve. Some will just defer the service. Then after some years, they go back again. Why some people go just stay like that and say they're not officer, what do they want to take NYC do? They will find their job, they'll do their job. But then, why anybody go for it? And come present the fake one to the National Assembly. Now, this is a definitely revelation. Remember, say this government led by President Muhammadu Buhari, now the government where they fight corruption, and this government don't make every one of us believe that they truly they fight corruption, because you don't forget our president did for aid to give a priest address World Committee on what thing they do to fight corruption for Nigeria. So one of the big things where people they ask is that if we truly they fight this corruption, why everybody they silent on this certificate saga? Why everyone they silent? Okay, have your say. Not forget the numbers to take wishes. Now, quickly again, to just travel back to Benue State now, because you know on the program, three main things we did look at: the lessons learned from the Ekiti election, and of course also the politics of Benue, and now the certificate saga. Hello, it is Ikechukwu. Yeah. Now we get back to you again. Still on Ekiti election now. Still on Ekiti election. During the press briefing where the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Ekiti addressed press before the election, that was on Thursday, he talks say the results they will transmit them electronically.
Yes.
So after the end of the day, when they announce the results, they really give reason why they don't transmit results electronically and why delay day like that till the next day early morning before they declare winner.
Making every returning officer now bring their results.
Oh, okay. But INEC, at least through the Resident Electoral Commissioner, they announced the reason why delay day like that.
This was what happened. Although the REC had promised that the election result will be transmitted electronically, but maybe that statement was for internal consumption only, not for the public.
Okay.
Because every local government had their returning officers bringing their own results to the table.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it was just the old way, the conventional way of announcing the results. So I don't know. I said INEC will come out and tell us where the electronic transmission played out. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's just for their own internal consumption. It's not for it wasn't for the public.
Okay, but maybe you say maybe the REC mistakenly bring that to the public as one of the issues when they address press.
Probably is something we can discuss or debate about as it is, because it was a promise and it made the news that they were going to transmit the results electronically. But at the end of the day, nobody saw the result until the conventional way of announcing it, which was gathering at the INEC office, every returning officer from all the local governments brings out their results, and at the end of the day, the state returning officer announces the winner. That was exactly what happened.
Okay.
I don't know where the electronic one played out at the end of the day. And all efforts to get the REC to talk about it wasn't really, there was no concrete response in that regard as a team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There wasn't a concrete response to that.
INEC don't issue a certificate of return to the governor-elect now.
Yes. Fire me, yes.
Yeah, fire me already. One of the things we fire me don't talk already be say when they address, say in go probe the this government we want to take over to, in go probe the fund them for Ekiti State.
I'm not this surprised because you know in our position, so I'm not really this surprised saying talk that, because if you look hello.
All right. Yeah, we have Barrister Adeosun now joining us. Hello, Barrister Adeosun.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for spending time to at least you get time to join us on the program GDP now. All right. Before we reach to you, maybe we start with the issue we've been talking about the go now. Kemi Adeosun, the finance minister, and the certificate Saga.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, in respect of the case of the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, there is a need for Nigerians to be properly educated. That in as much as there is a crime, in a crime that is what we call actors reals and mens reals. If you are actively involved in a crime, definitely you have to be liable. And if you have knowledge of that crime, the intention of the crime is there is no way you can exonerate yourself. As far as we are concerned, there is a case of forgery, and it's a secret forgery. The name of the beneficiary of that forgery is Kemi Adeosun. There is no two ways about it. There is a need for the police to swing into action and arrest her. She's not under immunity. She's not under any legal coverage. She needed to be investigated. And if it's found culpable, no matter her defense, it is only subject to the court that will find her guilty, not the media. It is until the court finds that she is guilty or based on the veracity of evidence that is available before the court. Definitely, she can now say it's only the court that has the prerogative to determine her fate, not you and I. But it's just a mere allegation. And in Nigeria today, we deal with procedural system of legal system, whereby because you are proven guilty, you are still innocent until proven guilty. So as the chief is today, then the idea is still expected to be seen as innocent. Despite the fact that there is a claim of evidence that she actually forged the NYSC extension certificate, that is still a mere allegation. It is until when those facts are being brought to fore, not the way it's being peddled around. Definitely, the Minister for Finance has tried in her own bid to stabilize to do her own job. There have been a lot of good side of our job. She's been able to reawaken the NFPC, all the parameters of government are all to more constructive attention when it comes to the economy and finance of the economy. So we cannot rob her of our own good side of his office. But even if there are some cabals that are behind, that does not mean that she should be exonerated. There have always been several cases of certificate forgery in the past, and those are being subjected to proof. So, in that respect, I still believe that she has the legal value to defend herself at the court of competent jurisdiction until when a charge is being preferred against her. And at that date, nobody has preferred any charge against her, so she's still innocent.
Oh, okay, now, Barrister Adeosun, let's look at it now legally. Legally, from the legal angle now, should the police wait for the NYSC to complete their investigation before swinging into action? Because as we speak, the NYSC has not come out to say anything so far. Or should the police just go swing into action based on the allegation at hand?
You cannot preempt an allegation and you cannot work in isolation. There's no rule of law. We are in a democracy, not under a military. Everything, there are procedures, even in a police station. The police now will not just pick you without you writing a statement, without you defending yourself, without a proper due diligence investigation. So it is until when this interrogation and investigation is concluded. And it doesn't mean that it's only an ID that can execute that action. Ordinary divisional police officer can execute that action against the Honorable Minister. So we should not be looking for the ID to begin to be the one to prepare charges against her. Not because she's highly placed, but nobody is above the law. But what I'm saying here is that as a day, she's still innocent until she's proven guilty.
Okay. At least West said that she's innocent until proven guilty. Now, on the other issue, away from the Kemi Adeosun, in fact, before we move away from this, what could the penalty be if a court of competent jurisdiction find her guilty?
Huh?
Well, what could be the penalty should a court of competent jurisdiction find her guilty?
Yeah, for a court of competent jurisdiction, are you saying for us to be brought before a court of competent jurisdiction?
No, yes, that's if the issue is brought before a court, because as we know, it's forgery and it's the allegation is.
In every case, you must that the fact of the case, the court must have a jurisdiction to hear that matter.
Okay.
In respect of this case now, it is a mere matter that can be taken up at the magistrate level and or the high court, depending on both courts have jurisdiction, because we are not talking about financial issues. If it is about financial claim, there are some set of court that does not have jurisdiction on some amount of money, and there is a limitation to what the magistrate court can handle. But in this respect, the magistrate court can handle it, nor neither the state high court. So in law, the reason why we read jurisdiction at first is that where was the crime committed? Yes, the crime is committed in Nigeria. Yes, the agency that is in charge of the place of crime is NYSC. So it's a federal agency. So important. The only person that could have raised this up now is the Attorney General of the Federation. He has the power to institute such legal action. Nor neither the police themselves have legal action to the legal power to investigate such information. It is a matter of public importance. It's a matter of public importance, and we need to be very, very concerned about. There's no way we can override that interest. So it is a matter of. It is only a matter of image against the government that has tried itself as a corruption. When we are talking about this issue of Kemi Adeosun now, it is a minus. It is a minus to the administration of Buhari. If the president could not have queried and raise up a query letter on the minister to submit himself to the police for proper investigation, and meanwhile, he should have resigned. It is only in Nigeria that you find someone who wants to die tight approach in a matter that they need not even stay in such an office, because staying in such an office can affect to negatively would affect the process of investigation. And if anything that will tamper with the process of investigation will be seen, such person ought to resign his position. But in Nigeria, it is as if we are too politicized to be blinded to criminality. So I still believe strongly that there is a need for us to reason properly and see things from different perspectives.
All right.
The minor for the anti-corruption war of President Muhammadu Buhari, it needs to be seen. But mainly, there have been a lot of cases that is bordering on illegal issues surrounding its election as its ministers. We've seen a whole lot of issues around it. So this is not the first of the kind. So it's as if that the presidents and the Nigerians are used to it already.
Okay, so are you saying nothing might come out of this?
Well, as far as we are concerned, it is from the night that you begin to, even the weather forecast, you would have seen how the weather of tomorrow will look like from the meteorological scientists would have defined how tomorrow weather will look like by the version of what today is. As far as we are concerned, I've not been too comfortable and too aligned to the approach of President Muhammadu Buhari in fighting corruption, especially within his arm, within his party, within his home. There have been a lot of allegations and a lot of issues surrounding that the administration, which I believe it should have been a real opportunity to prove to the whole world that it's really the anti-corruption protagonist he confessed himself to be. So if we are to be confident, as a whole lot of things we have to look at, and justice needs to be manifestly things to be done. And justice is not done in isolation. We have to let the whole world know
all right.
To effect losses.
All right, Barrister Adeosun, we'll go for a break now. When we come back, we shall take you on. Oh, okay. All right. Now let's go to the Ekiti election. Before the election on Saturday, July the 14th, it's in fact there has been people proposed and some people just speculated that there will be chaos and all of the rest during the election, especially with the deployment of 30,000 policemen to the state. Can't make some people come to fear and all of that. But Saturday has come and gone, and Ekiti State remains peaceful. The people are peaceful, they are calm. There was no chaos, no violence reported anywhere. What should we as a nation learn from Ekiti?
Well, for me, I would say that in the 21st century, Nigeria is still living in the past. It's quite unfortunate that in the 21st century, we'll be guiding an election with so militarized setup of over 30,000 policemen, with additional military, with additional FRSC, prison, every agency or paramilitary agency of government was seen at that election, which ought not to be ab initio. I don't see what prison officials should be doing on an election ground. I don't see why military men should be doing on our election ground. But because one thing is so fishy here, it is either that this thing is meant to favor one arm of the divide. And that I see as most unfortunate, that our democracy is really bleeding. And we have not been able to come out of the woods. As far as Nigeria is concerned, since 1960 till date, we've always witnessed different type of mayhem during our election ritual. The election rituals in Nigeria have claimed many lives than ordinary crisis that we are finding ourselves in. Looking at the West here in the 60s, you're looking at several other crises. In 1993, people died because of election. In 2007, people died because of election. In 1999, people died because of election. Even as far as the election, even if you have not recorded death, no matter what the threat and the kind of incident preceding that election, the kind of way the whole thing was muzzled up, the kind of way the PDP campaign was obstructed, those are really anti-democratic. It has really shown that they've committed acts of duress. They've used undue influence of the power of the federal might to institute such a measure. Though it might have been seen as a reprisal and been protected from different angles, even if for the fact that I condemn it in whole song, that what Fayose did in his own in 2015 in the post-2014 election shouldn't have replicated now, because they are professed to be anti-corruption free government. They should not consolidate on the level of the PDP, but rather we've seen a whole lot of same of the same. Nigerians are not confused. Nigerians don't even have trust. So the most unfortunate thing is that the people themselves lost hope in the democratic process, and that is why money cannot be the determinant factor. It's an election that has been good buying. Sometimes this election has been able to now institutionalize what we call vote buying. You begin to see what is called contracting votes now. People will be contracting people's interest ahead of election on how many people you can raise. It will become a business that people will begin to invest billions on in order to earn people's votes, because people don't actually see value. So when our government begins to place priority on what sovereignty is all about, that is what democracy really interprets. But now we are running a party system, a system whereby it is the government of the force run by force and used by force. So it's a government that is being run by the oppressed, by the oppressors against the oppressed. Oppression of man by man have so much characterized this government. From Enugu to Imo to Anambra, a lot of crises. We are talking about where there is a Fulani Explain crisis and other issues. Yes, the government cannot muzzle over 50,000 policemen into the creeks, even into the Sambisa forest or other states in Taraba, in Jos, in Plateau. All we are saying is about people are dying over there, and where lives are meant to be protected because of someone's ego, because of someone's selfish interest. So therefore, they are telling really not that
all right, Barrister.
It's really, really unfortunate. Highly condemnable. At first, definitely, as a governor-elect, you have to congratulate him because where there are other several aspirants, it is not the PDP and APC election. Someone will elect a winner. So it is the same of the same. I blame Eleka and I blame Fayemi for the overall conduct of that election because they are the principal actor of vote buying. They are the principal actor of malpractices. Both of them should be condemned and sanctioned. None of them should be insulated from this criminality that has been institutionalized. I don't see it as a means to actualizing and achieving government. So there's a need for our law to be respected of law. There's a need for proper investigation to be conducted. If APC did not commit vote buying, if there's no malpractice, definitely if it should have happened in America, I'm sure they would have allowed the whole vote. If for just one vote buying is detected in America today, I'm sure that would even allow the whole election of the whole country if it is substantive enough to prove that that could be replicated in every other area. But the reason why we are not developing is because our people themselves are not really awakening to their rights and responsibilities.
All right, Barrister Adeosun Hassan, thank you very much for your time with us. Definitely some other time we'll get to speak with you again when the need arises.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Barrister Adeosun Hassan. He is the Assistant Secretary of the Nigerian Bar Association in the Ekiti branch, Lagos State, Nigeria. Okay, now moving on to, before we wrap up for the day, you can still join us, be part of the program, or you can call us on the phone numbers we have on your screen. Let's talk and talk to us on the phone numbers. Okay, those are the numbers on your screen. Of course, that's not the number yet. That is our social media handle on your screen. Okay, our social media handle on Twitter at CIN Nigeria, of course on Facebook at CIN Nigeria also, and on YouTube at CIN Nigeria, and on Instagram at CIN Nigeria. So call us and let's talk, give us your opinion. Let's have your opinion on this. Remember, governance, development and people, that is the program, GDP, that is the program, of course, GDP, governance, development and people. It's a program on where we analyze government policies, happenings from government as it affects the people, bringing about development. Hence the name governance, development, and people, GDP. So today, this program has been on the Ekiti State election, lessons learned, and of course the Benue politics, and also the certificate Saga of the Honorable Minister of Finance, Kemi, Adeosun. Okay, on the program today, we've had Ikechukwu on the line to talk about Ekiti State, and also Barrister Adeosun. And of course, the Chief Press Secretary to Benue State government, he couldn't stay long on the line because of the network. We've tried to reach him again and again, but of course, the network has not been our friend. Time now for us to hear from you. Let's see messages. If we have messages from you, then we'll take some of the messages from you. Remember, you can also send us email on our email platform at that is info@cinnigeria.com. Okay, send us this email and let's hear your feedback. We'd like to hear from you what you think about the program. Or drop your comment on our website at cinnigeria.com/live, and of course on YouTube at YouTube at CIN Nigeria on YouTube. Okay, so I guess that is it already. Do not forget again, we have so many other programs we'll bring to you. Maybe we should go for a break, and when we come back from this break, then we'll be okay. The programs we have for you are TSA, the Street Assembly, and of course we have TSA is about hearing from the people on the street, Nigerians. It's about the gathering of Nigerians where they share their opinion on national issues as reported on pages of newspapers. And of course, we have another program, BSP, that is Business Standpoint. This is a program on the economy, and it's a program that makes you understand how every decision of government affects your pocket, and how everything is all about the economy. So join us and get to see more videos from us on our website. Of course, we have some exclusive interaction with the executive governor of Benue State on the attacks in the state, and also on what he has been doing so far. Do not forget that you subscribe to our YouTube page, so that whenever we have something new, you'll be notified, at CIN Nigeria on YouTube. All right, that's been the program, Governance, Development, and People, GDP. My name, TWITWI, AYENOWOWON. Next time again, thank you very much for watching.